Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Arc 3-Light Bath Sconce. It's called a bath sconce, but you can use this anywhere. It's a great fixture, and this would be great over a mirror in a bathroom. It'll provide awesome light for you. I actually have it here, and we have a lot to talk about. So let's talk about the height of the fixture itself, and that's going to be 8 inches from the bottom of the fixture, and that's going to be to the top of the glass. That'll be on, like that, more or less. I'll talk about that in a second. So 8.1 inches high, 21.5 inches left to right. Projection from the wall coming out is only 4.5 inches, so it's actually pretty flush. The back plate on it, which is this part of it, the back plate back here, 5 inches tall by 21 inches long. Mounting height, that's going to be the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the electrical outlet box, J-box basically, what it's called, 2.9 inches, okay? And let's talk about a little bit more of it, give you an idea of what the back of it looks like. So it's pretty much open in the back, and then this is what's called the back plate, the mounting plate actually. So mounting plate, this is the one that's going to go, let's see, that's going to be your J-box on the wall, and this is just like that. However, I want to give you guys a good heads up of what this actually looks like, and we're going to measure it too, because a lot of you guys want to know that. So let's talk about that. So measurement on this guy, this is coming in at just a smidge over 20 inches, so it's like 20 1/4 by a little under 4.5. So there you go. To see more about this, let's look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put together, which is very simple, and it's going to show you nice little drawings of the back of this, however you got a chance to see it kind of in person right here. Okay, let's talk about a couple more things. Talk about finishes really quick. On the pull-down menu where it says choose your finish, Hubbardton Forge has limited you to certain finishes. However, we can do this in custom finishes as well. Most likely, not always, but most likely it's going to be the outdoor coastal finishes, which you can find on the bottom of our finishes help guide on that side of the screen in those red tabs. How to go about that is you send me a quick email. Say you're looking at the 2013-12 and you need it to be, let's say you're doing other fixtures in dark smoke or bronze. You would say, I'm looking for coastal dark smoke or coastal bronze in this. I'm going to take your email, I'm going to send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department where it's going to come back and they're going to tell us exactly what we can do. Adds a little time and money, but that's the kind of thing we do here every single day. Okay, good. Moving on, let's talk about that beautiful glass. So this is extremely thick. I'm very surprised how thick this is. I think this is actually Slump Glass, which is done by artists where it's done in a kiln and it's dropped into a form. That's why it's so thick. It's not like the stained glass that's in a lot of the other Hubbardton Forge fixtures. You can see texture on it, which is beautiful. It's called White Swirl, so get a chance to see what that's like. If I push it really close to you, I think the light will be behind it. So great piece of glass all along, and this is used in a couple other fixtures like the arc pendants too. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's move on to what's inside of this and what you can get out of it. It's going to be using these medium base sockets, and let's just turn this around so you can see inside. So they're hiding in there, okay, which allows you to use up to 60 watt for incandescent if you're going to do that. However, a lot of you guys are going to want to do LEDs, and it's going to be using just a regular base. This is the base for it. And this is the recommended bulb, just so you know, shape of the bulb. So it's kind of a torpedo shape, and the reason why it just looks aesthetically pleasing, and it fits behind the fixture really well, behind the glass. So the glass is right here, and there's limited space back there, so you really want to be able to get a skinny bulb in that's not too tall. You generally can find these up to a 60 watt equivalent as far as LEDs go. This is an LED, and like I said, the base is going to be the same kind of base as a normal bulb. So when you're out there looking, what you're going to be looking for is a medium base. That's a medium base, and a type B is this kind of what you're used to seeing in a chandelier, but it's really just kind of a tapered torpedo shape. And these actually come in flame tips too. I don't know if I have any running around here. Yeah, there's one right here. So that's a flame tip version of the same idea, and see the bases are the same. So like I said, you can do up to a 60 watt incandescent. You might be able to find these, or maybe even something a little taller, a little different out in the world that might be giving you more wattage equivalents. There's no limit when you get into LEDs. It's just like, what can I get into this fixture physically, size-wise? When I talk about LEDs, all the time I talk about color of light, and it's really important in a bathroom. So there's different spectrums of light, and a good way to go find these, you can find them at any hardware store, a Lowe's, Ace Hardware, your local Ace Hardware, or something like that. But you can also go on Amazon if you want to, and you'd be looking at different colors of light when you're out there. So 2700 Kelvin, which it's kind of hard to find nowadays, is that super yellow light. I wouldn't really recommend it much in this. On the other side of the spectrum is going to be what's called daylight, and that's a little tricky because daylight people think is like the setting sun. It's not. That's a cold blue hospital waiting room light. So, and I wouldn't think it'd be good in this fixture because it's going to make you look pretty washed out. In the middle of all that is called warm white, and warm white is this color of this light. These are actually 3000 Kelvin warm white LEDs that we use in our showroom all over the place. People think this is nice, warm, incandescent light when they come in. They don't even know it's an LED. And I found these probably at my local hardware store. You know, you can even find these at your grocery store at this point. So just look around for that. So remember, the 2700 Kelvin is the super yellow stuff. The daylight ones that are like the blue light, that's 4000, 5000 Kelvin. I would shy away from that. What you probably want in this is going to be something like a 3000 Kelvin. I think, yeah, 3000 Kelvin, and you're pretty much good to go. You can get these in frosted. You can also get these in clear, just like that. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.